Mama. Pretty mama. Are you the mama? Are you the pretty mama? Oh, are you the pretty boy? Is she going to let you go over there and see her? I don't think she is. She's been very cranky since you came back from the vet. Mama, what are you doing? Are you going to be nice to Hope? Hmm? What are you going to do? Hi, baby. I love you. Aria is off in the bedroom, I think, sleeping. Mama, pretty girl. You the mama. We wanted to come on and say hello. Oh, hi. Oh, Hope, you you couldn't quite jump all the way up, could you? No. He wants so bad to be loved by her, and she just don't want nothing to do with him. I'm surprised she's not hissing yet. He's been back from the vet 2 days now, and she still has this anger issues with him, as if, in my opinion, I know with her, it isn't that she doesn't recognize him or know who he is. She is angry because in the beginning, when she was with me by herself, before the babies were born, she was so happy. After the kids were born, initially she didn't want them. She wanted to reject them. But we didn't let her do that. Me and my daughter worked very hard to make sure that she accepted her babies and fed them and took care of them. But in the beginning, she didn't want to do that. And then she was very protective of them when they were little. And even from me. But as time went on, my attention wasn't always just focused on her. It was focused on all of them. For a while there, I had 5 cats in the camper that I was staying in when I was homeless. And so I couldn't give her all of my love anymore. It was spread around. And then when 2 of the babies left, the sisters, Daisy and Mercy, then it was Hope, Aria, and Mama. And that's Hope over there drinking. And so she was a little frustrated with that, but she loved her babies still. She would bathe them and sleep with them and just treat them, just like she did when they were little. And then we made a move from the first apartment that we stayed in when we went from being homeless for 3 years with them. That's what happened with us for 3 years. When I got her 3 years later, we got an apartment. I'm sorry, I'm talking all confusing. And they loved that apartment. It was kind of small, a little bit cramped in, but they were used to a little tiny 150 feet maybe long camper and 4 feet wide. It was really tiny. It was an old one. It was really, really tiny and narrow. And not a lot of room for them to get away from each other, have their cat boxes, have their food and their water dish, which they had a fountain there too. And a water fountain, because that's the best thing for them to have, running water all the time, as long as you keep it clean. And they did fine in there. They were happy in there. But then we moved to the apartment, and they were pretty happy there too. They actually would sleep together and cuddle with each other and groom each other. And I've got a lot of videos showing that in my history. You can look back at videos that I have. I got a playlist and other things that you can see how they grew up from the day one that they were born all the way until today. And the kids were born May 2nd, 2016, and I have videos uploaded from all the way back then, from when they were born until now. And Mama, I have no videos, of her before the kids were born. I just took pictures of her. I took a couple of videos, but not really much. Just like 2 or 3, because within a week I figured out she was pregnant, took her into the vet, and 10 days later the kids were born. So I basically had her 2 weeks, 3 maximum, before the kids were born. And then, our life was changed forever. And so she's very jealous now that she's getting older of the kids. She wants my attention and she doesn't want to share it with others. Now, usually that's Mama up there. Usually Mr. Hope, who is right here, he is the one that rules the roost. He is usually the bully. He is usually the one that's mean to everybody because boy cats tend to be like that. And there's 2 females and 1 boy, so it tends to be like that. But once we went to the vet and came back, life changed for him. He is now more afraid of the girls and what they might do to him because he doesn't know. Now, he might get back into being more playful with his sister because they're kind of getting back into knowing each other, you know, and everything's good with him and his sister Aria, the dark one, who is around the corner playing with something and he's watching her. Now, usually he runs and attacks her by now, but he's still thinking about it. Still thinking about, is he going to do that or not? But Mama, she hisses at him, she growls at him, she screams at him, literally screams at him whenever he comes near her. If she's over here laying down right in between the TV stand and the little scratching thing here, she will go off on him verbally like no tomorrow, and he's afraid to get near her. Today, when you saw him in the beginning of the video, that's the closest he's been since he got back from the vet. When it's bedtime, she tries to keep him away from me and, you know, bullies him, and I have to chastise her and make sure that she doesn't do that and allow him to get up there as well, because it's not fair. It's not right for her to do. And I know she's a cat and she's an animal and she doesn't understand, but you know what? They are so smart. They do understand. They're smarter than we give them credit for. And so, you know, I just have to get her under control, and then he can come up and lay down on my pillow or something like that, because he usually lays on the pillow right above my head at night to sleep. That's his favorite spot. And Aria does not sleep in the bed at all. The only time she'll sleep in the bed, let's see if I can find her for you guys, is after she has her meal in the middle of the night. So anywhere between 2:30 and 4 a.m. Oh, there she is. This little biscuit right here will wake me up, come and scratch on me and scratch on my face and kind of yell at me and have me look at her. She's like looking at me side-eye because she knows I'm talking about her. She's so cute. Let's see if I can get a better look at her eyes. She's so adorable, right? Anyway, she will just keep going at me until I get up, because they like to eat like every 4 hours, and that's grazing for them, and they can't free feed. There's no way to do that with them. No way at all. Mama would eat it all. This girl right here would eat all the food and throw it all up in minutes if I were to try to free feed them. Just let them have a big full bowl to go graze off throughout the day. It won't happen. It will not happen. So anyway, sorry, this video is getting long. I get up and I feed them in the middle of the night, and then I go back to bed, and she comes in and she wants to get under the covers with me. She likes to be under the covers with me, but she usually, it hasn't been happening lately. It's been really good the last few months, but usually after she gets under the covers with me, Hope comes up and jumps on her, or, you know, jumps on the bed and scares her, and she jumps out and runs away. And now she's just afraid that that's going to happen, so she is always looking at the light coming through the top part of the bed, because I can't cover my head all the way. I can't breathe. So I have it like held up with my arm in my hand, and then you can see the light coming through. So she'll look at that to see if he's coming. And if she hears him at all in the room moving around, she'll jump out and run away. And so I don't even get to sleep with her anymore. She doesn't sleep with me. She'll sleep in here in my chair right there, or she'll sleep on one of these little bed pedestals I made for the kids. Hope and Mama don't really lay up there and sleep. Once in a while you'll catch them doing it, but it's mostly Aria who does it. but I had to lay my bed flat for a procedure I was having, and I ended up figuring out I'm doing okay laying flat. I don't have to be elevated like I was for a couple of, like 3 years. I elevated myself because I thought it was helping my back feel better. But once I got through the first week of laying flat and got through the initial pains I was having because I was sleeping in a different way, I'm past it now and I'm able to lay down and be comfortable, and it's not hurting me anymore like that. I mean, I still have pain, but it's not any worse than what I was having when I was elevated. And then I had to take my bed all the way down to the floor. Here, let's see. It's sitting on top of the frame because I don't have nowhere to put the frame. I'm going to get rid of it. Because I can't have the bed up off the floor, which I wished I could, because then the kids could have a place to hide. But in these apartments, the fire alarm goes off all the time. And when I have to try to catch them to get out of here in case there is a fire that really needs us to get out of here, which a couple of times there have been fires in this building. And luckily, we haven't had to evacuate, but one day we probably will, or we might. And hopefully not before I move out of here. I hope that does not happen before October. I got to be able to catch these guys. And if they're under this 300-pound bed, the mattress itself is like 130 to 150 pounds. I can't remember. And then the frame itself is like 150 pounds. And lifting those up and flipping them up against this wall right here to be able to get the kids out from underneath takes a long time. It hurts my back. I don't have good strength or anything. And yes, when my adrenaline is going, I can lift that bed up. But then at the end, when it's all said and done and I'm sit down to relax, I have hurt my back and I can't keep on hurting my back. It just debilitates me. And so I had to put it to the floor. So short story there. Probably pretty boring for you guys, but I just wanted to tell you kind of what's going on right now and give you a video of the kitties. And if you've watched this video to this point, can you please give it a thumbs up? That would be so greatly appreciated. I see on all my videos, I get very few thumbs up. Now, I don't know if that means the people that are watching my videos don't like them, or if they don't really care about doing it. I don't really know. But if you would, please give it a thumbs up, make a comment below. Constructive criticism. Be nice about it. Don't be rude. Don't be unkind. But if you think there's something that I could do different other than, I know I need to talk lower, not so loud because I'm pretty loud on my videos, let me know. I would love that. And subscribe. It's free. It helps my channel get out to more people. I know YouTubers say that all the time, but it's actually a realistic goal for us to get out to more people. You know, I'm not going to be monetized. I'm not making money doing this. It's just entertainment for me and other people. So I just want to thank you for watching my video and staying to the end here if you have. And I hope you have a great night, a blessed night, a restful sleep, and a good week. And I love you, and Jesus loves you. And until the next video, good night.